Nabil, Maryam, thank you for joining us. When I watched Razzia, I felt that you were trying to explore so many different issues in one movie through different characters. Why did you choose a multitude of issues rather than focusing on one character, as you did in your previous movies?
I'm not trying to talk about many issues. I'm talking about one main issue is civil rights, freedom, there are many ways to talk about these individual freedoms. The woman that is on my right, who plays the part of Salima, that is fighting for against her husband, against the society to wear as she wants to wear, to be capable to go on the beach and swim in a bathing suit, which is less and less possible in the Arab world today. And there are other ways to fight for its personal freedom every day, like the other characters of the film do. But this is only one main issue.
Mary, what do you think? Do you feel that your freedom as a woman, as an Arab woman, as a Moroccan woman, are being stifled?
Definitely. I feel that in the last years, things have changed a lot. I remember being able to go walking in the street dressed as I felt like before. I remember going to the beach and swimming in a bathing suit. But in the past, I would say 5 years, things have started changing at a very quick pace, very frightening, and I can no longer do the things that I used to do before. So I think it's extremely important for women in the Arab world to become conscious of this and to take action as well, because I think it's all about all these individual struggles, all these individual fights, and keeping up the fight for each and every single woman, because as a whole we can make a difference, and we can make a difference in our destiny. But I think that it's very easy for women to avoid conflict, in order to do so, to just dress the way the majority would like them to dress, for example. And when I speak of dressing is an example only, because it's all the rest that comes with that dressing. It's this way of giving in, when you start accepting to undergo what other people believe is, what you want, what they want is right, not what you believe in.
They're just trying to conform, I guess.
Yes.
And this is my question to you, Nabil. You are trying, or you're challenging a system, a very conservative system, in your own way with your movies and your art. But do you think it's effective when you go head on with this tsunami of conservatism?
As long as they are trying to shut my mouth, they're trying to ban my film, and sometimes they succeed with much love. The last one, I do believe that I succeed, yes.
The public was as antagonistic as the authorities.
True, even more.
Even more, yeah.
That's what frightened me at that time, because the ban of the authorities was brutal, illegal, because as you probably remember, the film didn't pass, or didn't have the chance to pass the censorship committee. It was banned directly by the ministry, like we've never seen it before in the history of Moroccan cinema. But what came afterwards, the reaction of the public, the audience, that was very violent by words, or even more than words, was even more, for me, meaningful about our societies and our mentalities. And for me, it makes this struggle even more important for that reason.
ترى وين صاحبتكم المجنونة هذه؟
صاحبتنا المجنونة
هي مجنونة أصلي.
طبعا المجنونة.
هي بس ما تحب العرب، تفضل تطلع مع الأوروبيين بس.
تحب الأوروبيين، تحب الإيدز، تحب الخنزير، ما يدخل إكراميات وايد.
يا شيخ
طبيعي إكراميات. البخل يشترون نص موزة، نص برتقالة، نص تفاحة.
I'm sometimes wondering if I should give in or not, and I don't want to give in. I think this majority of people that you see in the film, part of those 5 characters, are silent, and those who are shouting the most, those who are injuring the most, are maybe not the majority. Really, I believe it. So I still have faith in the Arab world. I still have faith in the young generation. I'm still happy to live in the Arab world, in Morocco. When I wake up every day in Casablanca, this city that I love and which is one of the main characters of the film, I feel alive, I feel inspired, and I feel that there is no place in the world where I would like to live more than this place.
Are you under threat, or do they attack you when you walk down the street? How does the public treat you in Morocco?
No, not at all. I feel very, very safe in Morocco today, though I had some hard times. Not only me, my actresses first. I should think about my actresses and my family. It lasted like few months, 6 months. Maryam and I, every night when we went to bed, because we're married, I don't know if you know it or not, but now you know it, we were sometimes a bit frightened, we should say. But every night we also thought, and Maryam told me a lot about that, let's think about the future. If we take a time just to think about it, then the perspective changed. That's exactly what happened after 6 months in Morocco.
Loving your country does not mean that you can't criticize it, and it's a positive criticism, and I think a lot of people have come to understand this also after Much Loved. Much Loved was something huge in our lives, but it also in what it represented, in the sense that it allowed, I think, for a lot of people to be able to look inside themselves and realize that finally it's not that bad to be able to question, to criticize, to talk about things that are painful, things that don't always look so beautiful on the outside, and that it's a necessity. And Nabil is never scared to dig and delve, and I think that's something that people appreciate a lot. Nothing will come between him and his vision, and above all, he's sincere, and that sincerity goes through, and people know that when he does something, it's out of sincerity. So.
Cool.
حملة طب تصبحي بخير المرة الجاية إن شاء الله.
There's one issue I wanted to ask you about, and it surprised me, the anti-Semitic behavior of some of the characters toward Joe, the Jewish character. That surprised me because I saw a documentary last year here in LA from a French-Moroccan Jew who said he explored anti-Semitism in Paris, and then he went to Casablanca, and he said anti-Semitism in Paris is really bad, but not in Morocco. He didn't experience anti-Semitism. But in your film, that was not the case.
No, you saw it wrong, or you understood it wrong. There is no anti-Semitism in the film. It's very different. It's very different.
Say a Jew is a curse, and then even the prostitute refused to sleep with him.
Yeah.
Because he was
Let me explain you that. I believe that, and it's fact, Morocco was built on many different cultures, religions, and people. Jews were part of it, like Berber, like Arabs, like Christians, like Sub-Saharan Africans. This is Morocco. This is what makes this country as specific and beautiful. Then, slowly, slightly, that's what we see in the film, certain groups, certain people try to put some ideology in this building identity. The ideology was that Jews are bad people, Jews are dirty, you should not trust a Jew, and so on. This is not how Morocco was built. And this is exactly this ideology that Abdallah, the teacher, is fighting. That's what you see in the film. Now, that doesn't make Morocco an anti-Semitic country. On the contrary, this makes Morocco an example of cohesion and cohabitation that you could break with this ideology. But for me, anti-Semitism doesn't exist in Morocco. I believe in that strongly. There are acts, there are words, but you could not call that anti-Semitic. But, I mean, there's a kind of danger here. We should speak about it. We should speak about it because cultural diversity is probably one of the things that I believe in the most. Once you break this cultural diversity and you go to an hegemonistic identity, you break your heart, your humanity.